I'm gonna put in a couple clips. I'm not sure if I put in before, and I still might be missing some after this, but I'm gonna delete a bunch. So I'm gonna throw a couple clips in before I. So these are from my trip to California just like a week ago or so. All right. In Cisco, Texas, the first supercharger stop if you started with a full tank in DFW. It's not a tank. I need to stop calling it a tank. A full battery. There you go. This dog park is the dog equivalent of like a gas station in the middle of nowhere that doesn't even have like hot dogs. It just has like, I don't know, cups of cheese. What a dog park. And I thought about developing some crazy persona like Evan or something. You know, you guys know Matan with the black hair. He like develops his own persona, and it's funny, dude. It makes me laugh. At first I didn't like it, and then it grew on me, and now I like it. But some people do these personas, and it's like they do that all the time. 100% of their like online interaction is like that, and it's like kind of becomes part of them to a certain extent. And I considered that, but it just it's not what I want to do. I like the real shit the best for myself. Even though I can appreciate both, like from other creators, but like I like this like Theo Von style, like except I don't have the jokes like he does. But I think I can be as real as him, and I aspire to be as real as him. He's so real, like he calls out like the people that take the money, like they stole money from him, like the podcast thing, and like I think he has to like forfeit some money or something to do that. But I just know a lot of the other podcasters didn't go out and like call out the people that stole from them, but he did. And I like that, and that's why I say I aspire, because I'm not sure if I will be able to do that or not, but that's what I want to do, and like to think that I'll be able to do. But to be honest, I might not if I was in the situation. If I'm like, oh, I'm gonna lose $100,000 or $300,000 if I speak out or something, I don't know if I would have the balls to do that. Like, or I don't know if balls is the right word, but the lack of greed. But anyway, so I'm over here doing some DoorDash. I just thought, hey, I'm always doing it at night. You can never see my face, or I mean, only partially see my face sometimes. And I'm like, well, let's get some while we got a little bit of daylight out, tiny little bit. That's the California sky right there. Oh, here's my order here to give a little preview. Wait till I get in there to press start. But this one's not bad, really. I like ones like this. I mean, it could be better, but it's to me it's like a double pickup. Well, I think it's a single drop off. But 10 miles, $25. First thing is got to get 6 items at Smart and Final, shop for it, check out, and then I got to pick up at a restaurant after this. So $25 for 10 miles. Got to do a little bit of work, but honestly, dude, I would do this delivery all day. It's not the best of the deliveries, but it's like, to me, it's like above average a little bit. And I like driving far distances, so it doesn't bother me at all. So, well, anyway, on to the next. So I was listening to some Therapy Gecko, as I tend to do while DoorDash delivering, and one guy he's describing his life as a chef, and how he stumbled into it, and he said he was like in a kitchen, and it was like pure chaos and tyrants everywhere yelling at each other, and he's like, oh man, this is it, I found the place I belong. He said some version of that, and I'm like, what? To me, I was like, it sounds freaking terrible, like, to me. But I was happy, of course, that he found his place. Of course, he's a chef. He's, like, really good at it now, and, like, cooks for celebrities and whatnot. But he started at nothing. He started at Waffle House and stuff, or that was one of his first places. Anyway, so, but that gave me hope in that this guy loved that so much, and it didn't make any sense, that I'm going to eventually find that for me. And maybe I already have, but the fact that I'm saying maybe makes it seem like maybe not. But it's just like maybe I brushed by the thing before. Like when I was on the good old the DAW, what does the DAW stand for? DAW. Ableton. Like it's like a music production software, and I was like doing it. And then when I was like, man, I was hitting the electric guitar, and I was hitting these certain things I was putting together, like putting the drums and the bass with it, and I hit a sick riff, and I was like, oh snap! I felt it with that more than I had ever felt it with just writing acoustic songs. But I still felt good things with acoustic songs, but there was something with that, having the headphones on and hearing that loud electric feel, man. The feel of the electric, and that was really cool. Like some really cool moments there. Like it just, you know, it's like only 1 to 3% of the moments while making the thing, because it's all this work. But then when I put something together, oh man, I freaking miss it, man. I really miss it. I want to do more, and that's the plan, you know, in the future. But I need an electric guitar set up. I'm not gonna try to make that work in a Tesla Model 3. I'm sure it's fucking possible with some crazy fucking 2,000 watt inverter and crazy shit. But or I just find an outlet somewhere and I plug in and I'm just doing it, you know, free balling out in the wild. Fucking, you know, playing. You know, but it's just like I need a desk, man. I need a desk of some sort to have my laptop, you know, at, and then you know, then a chair to play, and just like my own. I need a room. I need a room, and I can be loud, and I just want to make some shit, man. I want to make some cool shit. That I really like. Now there was another spark when I auditioned for a Shakespeare play, and it was a serious thing, and I'd never acted in my life. This was like 2 or 3 years ago. It was 2020, I don't remember, 2021, 2022. And yeah, so basically so dang, dude, I don't know. Anyway, sorry, just my face is fat, man. It's like if I hold it like this, a little bit better. It's still fat, but sorry, hard to see sometimes. But anyway, what were we saying? Yeah, some serious acting thing where I just kind of like, I was like, yeah, I'm feeling it. I'm like doing it. I'm like, and I've never acted in my life. I was 28. Yeah, I was 28, 29. It's 28, and I turned 29 during the play, but I'm 31 now. But basically, yeah, like I just felt it a lot. But then they switched the play to a comedy play. They did which was a fun play, and it was funny and stuff. But when you're doing it over and over again, it's like less and less funny each time. It's funny the first time, and after that, it's just not that much. You know, it's funny for the audience, and you get to enjoy that through them. But it's like the most fun was like reading through the script the first time, like us reading through our lines or whatever, because it was hilarious. Like the complete works of William Shakespeare abridged or something. It was written by a bunch of surfer dudes from California, and it was just a bunch of jokes on like all the Shakespeare plays, and it was funny. But acting comedy is just not. It's more, I think it's more difficult, and it just wasn't for me. But the serious stuff, dramatic, like that's what I read for in the audition, and I got into a sizable position, not the biggest. Like I was in like the medium amount of like words and stuff, and I also was like all the music for the whole play. I like came in with electric guitar all the time and played, but yeah, just that wasn't for me. I didn't like that. I didn't like playing little cute electric guitar things in front of people. In a comedic way. It was supposed to be like comedic, like the way when I played stuff, like usually. But the serious thing. So I want to try it, man. But it's just like a bit of a barrier to entry to like to try to get into some play and do some serious, thing. And I was not stoked about iambic pentameter. I think that's just bullshit. And I just want to fucking read it how I want to read it, or whatever. Read it like a normal human. Anyway. Yeah, so those are the sparks I've had in my life where I'm like, I think maybe I could do this. But then after the serious acting thing, the audition, I went home and I tried to, I went in my garage where, no one could hear me. And then I turned on the Rocky speech to his son. It's like in a more newer movie, not like the super old from the 80s, but gives a speech about, just like real shit. You can just type in motivational Rocky speech to son on YouTube and you'll see it. You might have heard it already, but it's like really intense. And I was like, I tried doing it like 5 times. I tried like acting it, and I was like, I couldn't get anywhere close to how good and how it was supposed to, just the feeling that Rocky Balboa, an emotion that he evoked from it and get put into it, and the way he spoke, and I couldn't do it, man. So I was like, maybe this isn't for me then, because I wasn't able to do it. I wasn't able to get close. Not even close at all to that gravity and that seriousness, and I wonder if it's because I haven't experienced what Sylvester Stallone has in his life, because he had like a hard life when he was young, and so I think maybe he was able to pull from that. I would think that's part of it, but I've had a hard life in some ways, but not in the. Sorry, I think I'm at a crazy turn here. It's not really crazy, actually. Okay, but anyway, my head's hurting, man. I'm just getting 6 hours of sleep 2 nights in a row, and just working all day, like, 10, 11, 12 hours. And I mean, so this day is gonna be like a 13-hour day or something. I started at like 8:30. I worked till like 9, so almost 13, so like 12 and a half. But no, I mean, I'll work till 10, so 13 and a half hours. Yeah. But I still take like short break for food, kind of. But one of them I ate while I was working, but like shopping order, and I was eating meat sticks while I was shopping. But exhausted, man. But anyway, so it's just I would really just like to do what really just puts those sparks of like, I call it dopamine, in the brain, and I've just got it from those two things, like of me like creating something. Now, don't get me wrong, I've got sparks of dopamine watching fucking Squid Games, but I can't watch Squid Games for a living, or could I? Maybe I just do a review of it. But no, I mean, I don't know. You never know. I shouldn't discount it, but anyway, making some decent money with DoorDash today because I pushed through and I just like delivered like crazy, even though I'm really tired. So I'm at like how much am I at? I don't know. Like 83 plus 72, so 155. Plus a $3 cash tip, so 158. And we're at 6:20 p.m. I'm surprised the orders aren't coming in. I think 6 to 7 p.m. is like the busiest time, but anyway, I'm just kind of trailing off here. So yeah, just trying to. I'd like to figure out what the heck to do in life in the future, but for now it's just the DoorDash grind, but I question it every day. Am I doing the right thing? Should I be grinding DoorDash? Should I just sell my car and go, you know, rent or be a roommate someplace that lets me play music for as cheap as I can get, and then just create music every day? Is that what I do with my life? Just take live off the money from this car, and basically need some sort of like, I mean, I can either, you know, well, anyway, I can make the money with the stock options possibly, but if a big recession hits, then I'm wiped out. You know, if we don't keep going up, basically, if the S&P 500 doesn't keep going up, then my stock option strategy is not gonna support me. You know, if I did such a strategy where I sold the Tesla and everything. So right now I'm just using it and making some money, but just having a hard time sleeping. I just wake up too early and then I can't fall back asleep. It's always like that. I mean, it's been like that for years now. I'm falling asleep fine now. I used to have a hard time falling asleep. Now I fall asleep fine, and I just wake up too early, too much energy. Semen retention is part of it, but it's not all of it. But it increases my chances I'll sleep 8 hours if I jerk off the night before. But it's like, not a guarantee. But I just need to be like more tired out in a way, like. But I don't know. My body's sore. I worked out. I've just been doing shopping orders, lifting heavy stuff sometimes, and like, my body's sore. So you think that would be enough, but man, we'll see what happens tomorrow. But I went like 4 or 5 days in a row where I was getting like 6 hours. And when I was on like a long streak, I was like, I don't know. I don't remember how far I was. It was like between 10 to 15 days on a no-fap streak. And then I was just like, dude, this is crazy. I was like, okay, one more day. Get through it. One more day like this. I'm sure I'll sleep 8 hours tonight. And then the next day came, and it was even more tired. And I kept going. It was crazy. I think it was 4 days in a row I did that. And I was like so exhausted then. And I was like, screw this. And so I just, you know, I just jerked off and bam, had a good night's sleep. Now, would I've had that good night's sleep? Was that the night I was gonna have it anyway? I don't know, but it was crazy, man. But that hasn't happened every time. A crazy run like that. I went 45 days on semen retention before, and there was some trouble with sleep, but it was never like that. So I know it's in my head. I know it's in my head, but damn, I'm having a hard time fighting that. The fight is like the lack of fight. It's like to win the fight, I have to not fight. I just have to relax, and like, it's just crazy, man. So the fight of too much energy, waking up with one more sleep cycle to go, the most important one. Wow, debatable if it's the most important, but it is important regardless. Anyway, I'm gonna let you go on that note, but just struggling a bit, but really tired. So hopefully I can sleep tonight. All right, peace out, y'all.